Today is the 10th annual Safer Internet Day, a landmark for the UK Safer Internet Centre. Over 24,000 children from across the country took part in the Have Your Say survey, and 20 children from the focus groups are here today to express their top online rights and responsibilities.
I chose number 2 as the most important internet right. It states that I should not be bullied online, and I should not bully others online. I feel this is incredibly important because it's a growing issue in our teenage population. I feel people feel that they can hide behind technology and will say things online that they will never say to someone's face. I think there's a difference between online bullying and bullying in the real world because it never stops. We have computers and mobile phones in our lives all the time. I think it's vital that we know who is there to support us and who we can turn to if a situation does occur online, and I think friends and family are vital for this. I think that it's easier said than done to save an abusive message because instinctively we want to delete it. And I feel that more attention needs to be paid to the victims of cyberbullying, and an increase of awareness needs to be in my population. However, we all have different views on our internet safety rights, and I'll now hand over to another group who have different views.
We believe that the websites we use should have an easy and effective way of reporting abuse or misbehaviour, because it is often difficult for children to speak out about abuse, especially in an online environment.
A friend of mine was using an online social service and needed to report content that she came across. She found this difficult as there appeared to be no obvious report link or button. She ended up having to Google her problem to find a solution. This was not ideal as it was time consuming.
Most of the websites I use have report abuse buttons or links for use, but sometimes they're difficult to find and almost need to be sought out. All the sites should have big buttons so people know it's easy to report and anything they find offensive.
We feel that the websites which we report content on should provide feedback when action is taken, such as an email explaining the decision they have made, like deleting a photo or blocking a user. This way, it is clear to the user that the reporting is efficient and effective. Some websites are already doing this, however, all websites need to take action.
This is our top online right, but everyone has their own opinion.
As regular internet users, we feel privileged to have it as a resource. It's like the sea. It can be a beautiful place. However, we must respect it and be mindful not to venture too deep into it. So, what is done to keep children safe online?
From our experience, internet safety is never taken into enough depth, and therefore many of the talks or workshops just scare people away from the internet, even though when used properly, it can be very useful to us. If we are actually shown how to use the internet safely and understand our legal and offline consequences, people will feel safer online because they know how to set it up, their privacy settings. Being educated in more depth will show us exactly how to report someone online. It will show us ways in which to download media, such as music and videos, because we will understand the copyright law and which websites are best to use. This education will show us how to support our friends online. We will learn how to block unpleasant or hurtful content. We will learn about useful websites which are suitable for our age. We will know how to manage who can see the content we post online.
I think pupils feel it is vital that they should have Facebook or Twitter, as older friends always tell them how great it is, but they don't know the dangers that might lie ahead. However, there is a danger of not knowing who you are communicating with or who is watching you. Pupils don't think about information that they are sharing in their profile and don't know how to change this setting sometimes to hide from outsiders. This is why it is important to be able to change your social media settings so only selected people can see your posts.
So the real question is, what can be done to keep children safe online? I feel the key issue regarding internet safety is the education of the child and also the parent. As the parents, I feel that it is their role to introduce the children into it, as well as being safe themselves.
I think that the use of drama in schools could be very helpful to show how feelings can hurt when you don't feel safe. The role play of different scenarios can show just how demoralising people can feel or how they can be easily peer pressured online. I also think that schools should have open days where social media filters are turned off and pupils are shown how to be safe on Facebook and Twitter.
Our aim is that everyone should be able to take the full advantage of the internet and from social networks and websites. But instead of scaring us off, Wouldn't it be better to teach teenagers how to stop these dangers before they actually happen?
We feel that all young people should feel safe online, whether they're on Facebook or just doing homework. This means that no inappropriate content should pop up when they're surfing through websites. This also includes ability to go on any website and not pick up viruses. We have chosen this statement, "I should feel safe online," because we think it covers all the points on the board and the points that other groups have made.
For instance, my little brother used to often play games and go on YouTube and watch videos. When ads popped up on his screen, he was very tempted to click on them, and in doing so, his laptop was affected and gained many viruses. He can now only use the computer while being supervised. We feel this happens with lots of people of different ages, with different tempting things. But with UK Safer Internet Centre, this could be fixed.
As we mentioned, different age groups have different experiences online. So let's pass it on to the younger age group to see what their top rights and responsibilities are.
I believe that I should feel safe and enjoy being on the internet. 57% of children chose this statement for a good reason. They want to stay safe too. Tim Berners-Lee will be happy if no one gets hurt on the internet. Everyone's addicted to it. So let's keep it that way and stay safe. SAFE, safe.
I believe I should feel safe and enjoy being on the internet. I like playing on the internet with my friends, and sometimes older kids we don't know come on and say offensive things. Offensive words should be blocked when children are using the internet, and control should be easy for parents to use. I worry about buying apps online because sometimes you can be charged a lot of money to your parents' account without you realising.
I believe I should be safe and protected and have the right not to be bullied. You should have fun and enjoy every minute you spend with your friends.
I believe that everyone should be able to have a fun time on the internet without having to worry about being made fun of. I shouldn't bully others because I wouldn't like the feeling. Everyone should be able to get the chance to enjoy time on the internet without having to worry about being judged because of their looks and their personalities.
I believe that as a child, I should be allowed to go on the internet whenever, wherever, without worrying about cyberbullying. I just didn't say that for myself, but for everybody else that worries. 71% of teens have email addresses, so as a parent, it's vital that they're safe.
Like Martin Luther King, I have a dream to keep my friends safe on the internet. And to make sure that they do not get cyberbullied on the internet, because I know that will have a big impact on their lives as well as mine. I have a dream to keep my friends' profiles from being hacked into, because I don't want anybody to say that they are not who they say they are. I have had some bad experience myself, and I don't want anybody else to go through that.
I believe that I have the responsibility for my friends to stay safe online. If anything inappropriate would come on the website, I should tell them to ignore. Do you think that Tim Berners-Lee made the internet for inappropriate sites? I don't think so.
And I believe I should be able to report anything that worries me on the internet. I think this because this could disturb or harm a child. This is very important for a child to be safe on the internet, because there are rude and bad things on the internet that is unsuitable for a young child.
And I believe that I should be able to report anything that worries me on the internet. When ChildNet came to our school, they taught us about smartphones, and each letter stands for a word. S stands for safe and T stands for tell. So if you see something wrong on the internet, you should tell someone. One thing that could worry on the internet is if you see someone getting bullied, straight away you should report that.
And I believe that everyone has the right to not have to see unpleasant things on the internet. It spoils the enjoyment of the internet, like games, online messaging, and etc. And 21.5% of people agree with me.
And I believe I have a right to search the internet for information. At school we've learnt to use KS2 or primary at the end of the information we want. This means relevant sites non-appropriate.
I believe that it is very important to stay safe on the internet. Also, when choosing a password, make sure it's a password that you will remember. If you need to write it down, make sure you keep it in a safe place. After using the computer, make sure you shut down and log off, because people could easily find out your personal information. Thank you for listening to us of what we believe, and if you need to ask any questions, come and find us.